Hey guys, welcome to my channel Caffeine and Concepts, where you'll be learning important engineering concepts over a coffee. So it'll hardly take 15 minutes. Yeah. So in this particular Python for beginners playlist, you'll be learning Python from introduction to little bit of intermediate level. So if you're new to Python, you're in the right place. So yeah. So in this video, you'll be learning what is Python, why should we learn Python, what is Google Colab, what is print function, what is input function, and also you'll be writing your first interactive Python program. So let's get started. So what is Python? Python is a high level programming language. So like C programming, Java programming, Python is also a high level programming language. There are machine level programming languages, there are other programming like assembly language and all. So Python is high level programming language like C and Java. So but Python is easy to read. What do you mean by easy to read? If you have 10 lines of Python code, if you know English, you'll know what is happening. So it is easy to read. If you are a beginner, it is one of the best programming language to start with because its syntax, the rules you have to follow is simple and easy to understand. So why should we learn Python? Because it is widely used in AI, artificial intelligence, which is everywhere. You can use it in machine learning, data analysis, automation, and web development, and also cybersecurity. So, if you're somebody who is not from computer background but still want to learn Python for your analysis, research purposes, you're in the right place. Yeah. So in this playlist, we'll be using Google Colab as our IDE. So instead of installing Python on our laptops, we can use an IDE and we'll be using Google Colab because there is no installation, it is free and runs in browser, it is easy to share and perfect for beginners. So yeah, let me first show you how to open a collaboratory file. First go to new, open any folder in your drive, open your Google Drive, open any one of the folder or create new folder to save all these files. Click on new, go to more, and you'll find Google Collaborator here. If you don't find it, go to connect more apps. You'll find all the apps here. If you don't find it, just click on and search for Collaboratory. Once you find it, click on install. It will be like this. If as I already installed, it is giving installed. So once you install it, just go to new, go to more, and click on Google Collaboratory. Your new file will be open. So here, let's begin. So your first Python program will be using print function in our first Python program. What is print function? It is a function which is used to display output on the screen. So if you want to display something, any message on the screen, you can use this particular function. So what is function? These functions like print, input, type or inbuilt functions, they know what to do. You just have to write print something and they'll do. And later in the videos, you'll be learning user-defined functions and we'll tell you how to do that. So yeah, now our first function, let's start with our first Python code. Print hello world, and it is printing. So whatever you want to print, just write print parenthesis and you can write quotation marks and write hello world. What if I don't write quotation marks? If I just write print hello, it is giving you an error. This error is getting because when you write quotation marks, Python treats it as a string. String is nothing but collection of words. So when you are giving without quotation marks, it is treating it as a variable. So what is a variable? So variable is nothing but a container which is used to store values. So I can just write Vidya print name So yeah. Oh, why is it not printing? Why it is saying name is not defined? Because I printed with capital N. It means Python is case sensitive. You cannot say N with small n and capital N are same. They're different things. When I say name, see, it's printing it. Yeah. So yeah, Python is case sensitive. And let's say age equals to 11 and print age. What do you think? It will print age 11. Correct. But what do you think is the data type of this age? Is it integer or is it a string? Let's find out. Let's take another value. Value equals to 13. Print age. Print value. So both are numbers, but when in quotation, to find out data type of any variable, you have to use the keyword type with parenthesis. Age. So it is treating as string. So if you take any value and put it in the string, it will treat it as a string. Type value is 8. Hope you understood the difference. To make it more clear, if you say add equals to 2 plus 3, capital add equals to 2 plus 3. So guess what would be the output of both the statements? Let me print. You have 5 seconds. You can comment your answer below. So see, the difference is 2 plus 3 under the quotation is treated as a string, wherein 2 plus 3 without quotation is treated as a integer. So yeah, that's all. So print is nothing but you're asking Python to display a message. So if you want to display anything, you can just use this. So yeah, one quick practice exercise for you. Pause the video for 5 seconds and try to answer this. Write a Python program to print your name, your college, and your favorite subject. Your facts. You can pause the video, write it, and check your answers. So one possible solution is this. You can write print name with your college in Python. If you printed print with your Sanjana print or your name print some college, print some just Python or anything, that is also fine. This just looks clean. That's why I used this. Next, user input. So by far all our programs we displayed a fixed text, like whatever we wanted to give, like hello world, my name, Vidya, whatever it is. So what if you want user to enter their own information? That is when input comes into a picture. So your name equals to input, enter your name and print name. You can enter anything like Sanjana and enter, it will print Sanjana. So what if I want to print age? Ask age. Input, enter your age. Print age. Please open your Colab and do it with me. So it is printing 11. What if I give input as video? Will it still take? Yeah. So here Python doesn't know when you say enter your age, it should restrict by only taking input integer. So to do that, you'll have to use a special function. Age equals int input enter your age. So these are the common mistakes we do while building bigger platforms. That is why I'm showing you how it is done. So if I say Sanjana, it is saying invalid literal for int with base because you can only take input as integer. What if I give 34? It is printing 34. What if I print 3.4? This again saying invalid literal because 3.4 in Python is a float, not int. I hope you understood. We'll understand different data types used in Python in our next video, so please stay tuned. So yeah, it will print. I hope you understood. So yeah, Python waits for our user to enter some text in this particular input wala function. Once the value is entered, it will be stored in the variables. So you can write college, enter your college, ABC, and we'll say welcome to ABC. I hope you understood how print and input function works. So common beginner mistakes is you'll forget to add quotation marks, you'll forget to add closing quotation mark, you might forget to, validate the input. You just say input and something without giving specific data type. And it is fine now, but when you're using like actual functions and for the world to use it, you better focus and make sure you use correct data types. You make sure you validate when you're taking input. So quick quiz. Which function is used to display output? Yeah, print statement, not display. Which function takes input from the user? The answer is in the question, input function. So predict the output. Yeah, Python and programming, right? So your first coding challenge is write a program that asks the user for their name and favorite color, then display hello their name. Your favorite color is like this. Yeah, this is how you do it. You can ask like enter your name, that's all, for anything. So this is how I did it. So the key takeaways we have learned. So one more important thing. Print Sanjana. Print help. You know the second line in this code is correct. Print hello, but just because our first line is an error, it is not going to the second line of code. That means Python runs our code line by line. It does not take whole program once and run whichever is right and say which are error. It will run line by line. Once it sees any error, it will stop there. It will not continue to run the next lines. So yeah. So the key takeaways are you learned Python is beginner friendly and Google Colab allows coding without any installations. Print function displays output. Input collects users input. Then Python executes code line by line, not entirely once, but line by line. So your homework for this video is write a program that asks the user for name, age, and college. So display this information in friendly format, like hello Vidya, you are this years old, you are at this college, or like whatever the way you like, but not just Vidya 21, not like that, but in a friendly format. So yeah, I really hope you will like this video. I hope this you find it helpful and useful. Yeah, if you find it useful, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the further videos. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.